4 years now, I have developed the most awesome electroforming lab ever created for high volume. You can see that got my controller, got my tank, got my sub-tank. Everything looks good, right? Now there's a problem with this setup. The heat, okay? It's heated using fish aquarium heater. And that is not working anymore because over time, the electroforming solution will go into the heater and then break down the nickel and then contaminate the bath. Okay, so if you're using fish aquarium heaters, just be wary that does happen, and I'm kind of sick of it. It takes a long time to do it, and luckily I can just remake the liquid when it happens, but it's horribly big time suck. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is making a new heating system for an electroforming tank and rebuilding my entire lab. So what you see here is going to be moved over here. Okay, and yeah, you can see the area is definitely not prepped for that. It's got cement walls, dirt, a wooden table. This is not going to work. No electricity either. So I got a lot to do. I'll have to put up plastic on the walls probably, or something to protect it. Power. I'm going to make the lab so it's portable, so that in time I'll be able to take my lab and move it over to somewhere else. So we're not going to be using wooden tables with plastic anymore, and we'll have to find a way to mount all the control modules at the bottom of the table. In the long run, this will be good because on, like, let's say a 6-foot foldable table, you have absolutely 100% protection against chemicals because the top of it's polychloride vinyl, which is pretty easy to clean up. I'll have to check that too to make sure it's polyvinyl chloride, but I'm pretty sure that's what a folding table is made out of. Anyway, I'll show you that, and I'll show you the before. Again, control module, here's the power unit down below, and then I also have to deal with the filtration unit up above, which is probably going to be more portable now. So when you're shopping for these, you have to think about them fitting in with each other. So for example, I need this to work out and have water between it. Heat the water to heat the tank. So that isn't going to work because it doesn't hold enough water around the tank. Alright, so this is a perfect setup where we have 3 bins, okay, that fit inside a bin, and it has the height necessary to have a heater underneath them. This is going to be, it'll fit a 4-foot table, so I can have table set up where I could just have a 4-foot table, 4-foot table, 4-foot table, and then tank, and everything can be collapsible at this point. Also, I have to provide space underneath them so I can heat the water, and there's enough volume of water between here where the majority of the heat's going to be on the sides of the tank. I also have to provide an area for bars, okay, and then to be able to hold the anodes in place so they don't slide around anymore. So this is a really good system. I'll get you the sizes and everything, but very important when you go to shop for plastic that you look for this magical number on it, which is hard to see. Anyway, it says number 5 here on the plastic in a recycle symbol. It has to be number 5 plastic, no matter what you do. Alright, so you see a 4-foot table holding up the 57-gallon tank that holds the 3 4.5-gallon jugs on the inside and has a lid. But the lid's going to go bye-bye here in a little bit. I'm just keeping that in there so I can have a work surface so I can install the power for this. So we have quite a bit of power to run the heating elements and then all the modules that go in these 3 tanks, and there's going to be 3 more tanks, and then I think 7 or 9 altogether. Good times. Alright, so what we have so far is 3-inch PVC. Okay. It keeps the tubs up above this heater. Okay. So what we're going to do is heat regular water in this area to heat the baths. So now all you do is fill all the bath area up to about probably here, and then probably fill these with just regular water just to try it out, and hook up a thermostat. Boom. And it should be good to go. So we're going to give it a go, see what temperature we can bring these baths up to just using normal hot water. And this way the fish aquarium heater never touches the actual bath. 2 separate closed contained environments. Yeah, a garden hose coming through the window. So we got thermometer hooked up to this. Then we hook this to this. Then we throw some salt in here and take a bath. Yeah, don't do that. But looks good. I just filled these up to what I usually do when I fill up those tanks over there, about the same height. And we're going to try to heat the water and then take a reading of how warm it is inside the tubs, what the difference is between this water and this water. Alright, so the first thermostat is garbage. This thing does not work. It reads the temperature, but it does not power the unit. So I'm using this other one, the Zone Med, and that one seems to be working. And how do I know that? Because you can touch the thing and it's warm. So, good to go. Alright, let's see how long it takes to bring it up. It was 70 degrees, and now it's already 74 degrees, according to that one. It's 72 according to this one. So, pretty sweet. I have it set all the way up to 80, just to see if I can get it to normalize at 80. Alright, let's check out this water. Supposedly it is 80 degrees. According to this one, it's 90 degrees. But this is holding tight at 80. Okay, so we're going to bring in a third objective witness here. Can't read that because of the backlight. Let's see if I can get that backlight. There we go. So 82 degrees. Wow. And it didn't take that long, to be honest with you, to get this hot and to maintain this hot. That tells me that it's very, very efficient. So usually what will happen is if it's inefficient, it'll take a long time to heat up, and then a breeze could make it like go down. But this has been holding tight at 80 for quite some time. At 1,000 watts. Okay, so that is pretty high on a wattage scale to keep going. So hopefully you're making enough to justify that. But fish aquarium heaters, I think I was running like 4 or 5 300 watt ones. So there you go. I mean, and in this case I have 1,000 watts running all 3 of these at once. And I just have to build more cells. Things I might have to worry about is any kind of minerals in the water leaching into the tank, just by me going in like that and getting into the tank. The way to fight that is just use distilled water in the bottom of the tank. It's not that expensive. It would be better to just run, I think, just regular tap water down there. I don't think it's going to get into the tank or into the electroforming solution that much, as long as you're careful. And it's going to steam itself over and over and over again. The steam's not going to leach minerals in because it can't do that. Alright, well, that is my test of this setup, and I would say it is a success. Now we have to run it against electroforming solution, and I can't see it failing for that, but other than that, there is my double boiler setup for electroforming solution.